And welcome to Flow Friday. Great to see everyone back again and continuing on our journey to becoming flow engineers in whichever role that you're in, actually enabling what you do further with AI agents. And this week we'll be looking, continuing on the recruitment piece, and we're looking at using AI agents to review, rate and rank job applicants. Now, fundamentally, every time we do an activity, it's about building up those building blocks of your skills, and so you can start thinking of how to apply this in different areas in different ways. We'll soon be starting a community online so that you can share your ideas with others and ask questions and additional support. So look out for that. We'll announce that on Friday next week, access to a brand new community for us all to jump into. As always, we'll be looking at in business across these key areas of marketing, sales, product and service delivery, operations, IT, finance, and HR. And today, we're all about using the agents to review, rate, and rank job applicants. Now, straight after this session today, we're going to try and keep this one a little tighter, because at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, we go into our AI strategic roadmap session. So if you haven't registered for that and you would like to attend, I'll get Nice to drop a link to it in the chat. In this session, I'll be going through some real foundational pieces around understanding AI from a business leader's perspective. This won't be a machine learning type of session. I'll make sure we keep it nice and accessible to all. So some key terminology, what to look for and how to apply it, the actual strategic roadmap framework piece, and how we play that out. You'll have a look at one of our organizations and what it looks like. And also a bit of a where to from here. There's an upcoming 90-day AI implementation boot camp to become a chief AI officer in an organization. So I'll be sharing more about that in the session after. Hey, on Fridays, I'm going to get excited about letting you know about new features coming into the platform as well. So one for today is the ability to view the number of tokens that you've used when you run a workflow. And then depending on which model you've selected, what that cost would be to run as well. So that's been able to, when we get to the workflow section, I'll point that out again today, but there's a little icon, I for information there, and it shows which model you've selected to actually run it, as well as the input cost and the output cost, how many tokens we use, and the time it took to run it as well. So a bit of extra info there. Also, last week I promised the ability to install an AI agent on your desktop. That's available today, and I'll show you how you can access that during the session as we build out our AI agents. Now, why you might like to do that, I'm just going to change my desktop. Jace, can you show my laptop screen? Is that possible? Can you switch to that for a sec? And yeah, cool. All right, so here on the left-hand side of the screen, this is the Multiply Tech app. I've got a few more icons in there than you might see. And down on the left-hand side, you'll be able to navigate directly to Raya to chat as you normally do and run workflows. We won't build in here, but we will be able to run it. And then also you'll be able to dock a specific agent that you want to put in there if you want to chat to it on a regular basis. Where this is going, role-specific AI agents for individuals at work to continue to connected to your business data, so grounded in your own information. And this will start out with chat, but in the very near future, this will end up into a two-way, free-flowing conversation. This will become more and more powerful as we progress. So I'm going to share more of that. But let's jump into today's session here. Nice, can you put into the chat, please, the link for our worksheet for today? And Jace, I just need to see everyone in the chat. I've just lost them. Super. All right. So, and Terry needs some help there. Can we, Jay, if you can help out? Genesis is going to help out Terry there. Michael's got the same. Okay, so let's help anyone out that needs an extension. Here's the document for today. This is our Flow Fridays session, and here are our instructions. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Good to see everyone jumping on. See you joining. Fantastic. And a bit more. Okay, so in recruitment piece, we'll be assessing these CVs. We're going to grab 5 CVs, and we'll use the memory in the chat itself to actually ingest those particular CVs. We're about to create 4 agents and create a workflow which will cover these steps. It'll be about creating an assessment criteria for the position being applied for, because we can get all these CVs, and one of the challenges in recruitment is just the bias that we end up having. One bias is actually a time constraint when we're really busy. Another one might be we're tired. I don't know if anyone ever feels tired, works long hours, feels tired. And another is a halo bias, where something just looks good, or it could be another bias around if people are similar to ourselves. And so with that, if we can find ways to actually remove some of the biases, see things more objectively, we can have a different perspective. So the AI can assist us with that. But we need a criteria to mark against each time. So we'll get the AI to build one of those for us. We'll get the AI to extract the data into a table based on the criteria that's created above and review and rank the applicants. Then we'll create a personalized thank you email to each candidate and include their email addresses. And for candidates with an assessment score of over 80%, create a personalized email inviting candidates to an interview that includes a booking link to the interview. And then create an SMS for each candidate that passes the assessment score and include the interview booking link, and keep the characters at 140. How long would it take to do that, do you think? If you're going, who's been recruiting lately, to do each of those steps if you did it manually? Let's throw a number out there. How many hours of time would you spend? Let's say it was 5 applicants and you read their resumes, you create an assessment criteria and you rank them, write the personal thank you emails, send them out and so forth. Anyone want to throw a number at it? How much time would you spend doing that? Who have we got? Oh, so the link for the next training, same link each time. There we go. Cool. So how long would it take you to do this? Let's just have a rough stab in the dark. If you're hiring, going through and assessing people, how much time would you spend? 3 hours, Chris has got. Cool. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. 4 hours in total, Colleen. Yeah, I'm with you. And then if we were and have all that distraction in between as well, sometimes that's the challenge one to manage. Okay, now for this one, thank you for sharing, and Marvin as well. 3 to 4 hours, cool. Jay, 1 to 3. Jamar, max of 5, cool. All right, so let's see how fast we can do it then in comparison. And I think it's always good to, as we start to use our agents more and we get more and more demanding, it's nice to just reflect back on a moment of how long a task might have taken us before, so we can then have that appreciation for when we're moving fast. So here are our resources. This is actually just the document we're in right now. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CVs to download. Exclude that one there. We're going to take that step out. Can you please now download each of those documents? I'd like to right click and open them in a new tab, and then go to File and Download. Now you can download them as a Word doc or a PDF. Any of those are fine. The AI doesn't mind. Happy to work with either. So take a moment to download each file. Word document. And once you've downloaded each of those, please just pop a 1 in the chat. It's got to take us less than an hour today, doesn't it? Yeah. The interesting thing is, for everyone's benefit, and as flow engineers, one thing to get used to is that as you're trying things, it isn't always going to work out, right? You're guiding this new team member, these AI agents of yours, and sometimes our instructions that we give the AI are not clear enough for it to get the outcome. Now, I first attempted this approach last week, and when I did it, I thought, I just need a recruitment manager as the agent. I don't need anyone else. That recruitment manager, they can do everything really well. But what I found was that these tasks, you really need to separate to agents with specialist skills. And so that's why we've actually got a number of agents to help us today, which we'll look at in just a sec. Once you've downloaded those documents, just put a 1 in the chat so I know that we're on together, same spot, because you'll need those documents. Lana's got it, Colleen's got it, Wen's there, fantastic. It's Ezio, good to see you, brother. Max, well done. Terry, you're on. Okay, now with those at hand, we'll now go over to Raya. Go to my dashboard. Oh, welcome, Sam. First time. Hi, Richard. Yeah, just watch along today and absorb. And then for the next session, that'll give you some confidence. So I'm just going to move my Multiply Tech app over here, so not distracting me. Okay, so first thing we'll do is we'll move from the chat into the agents area. So select the agents. First time as well. Fantastic. We're going to start out by creating an AI agent. In fact, we're going to create 4 today. And to do that, let's select Build New Agent. Colleen, first time too. Fantastic. Welcome along. Happy for you to watch, or you can give it a go as we move along also. I'll do a new super newbies session coming up again soon and run through all the basics shortly, so that'll help out as well. Okay, now it is a copy and paste approach is the way I like to do these ones. As some of you have heard me before, this is the Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid wax on, wax off approach, where we just copy and paste as we go. So we've got 4 agents that we'll build: a job position assessment criteria creator, almost a mouthful, a data extraction and table writer to actually get the data out and put it in a table neatly, a recruitment manager, and then an SMS copywriter. They're the 4 agents that we'll make today. So please just copy the first one, job assessment criteria creator, and add that into our description here. I'm going to put a 2 on the end of mine afterwards because I've got these pre-made up. So you can add those in. Select the category of human resources is a good one for this. You can give yourself an icon in there, whatever you'd like to select an emoji, or you can always update images, and then click on the generate button. Chris's account says he needs to subscribe. If someone could give Chris a help, please. Richard got a message: I've reached my limit for creating agents. Congratulations, Richard. You're the winner of the first to have that. Can we get one of the team to help Richard's account out, please? I haven't even hit that yet. Well done. Once we've created that goal statement, I'll zoom in. We'll use the AI to write the AI. Then let's use it to write our backstory, and then use the AI to write the base instructions. Richard's creating an army. Fantastic, Richard. I cannot wait to see the build. We'll get some new UI for you to handle all your agents. Here's our base instructions that have been written for us. And let's give our writer a professional, and we'll use compliant in the personality profile as well. Once you've created that one, click on create agent, and just put a 1 in the chat when you've created that agent. Well done, Terry, Marvin, Ezio. I'm so intrigued. I really want to see Richard's army now. That's awesome. Once that's created, we're going to create our next agent. So click on agents again. And we'll go back to our worksheet here. The data extraction and table writer. Now, it's really interesting that the agent needs to be a real specialist to be prompted well to put the data into a table. So it's best to create an agent to support that. Now, I'm not making it so create agent, I'm not making it a recruitment specific one. I'm going to make it generic so I can use it for the future. Once, do we save or publish? So once you've made the changes and you could publish is the best, and it will pop up with a notification so that you can keep some notes on whatever changes that you've further made to publish it. It'll keep the release notes for your agent for you. Okay, so data extraction. I'm going to make mine a little nerdy guy for data extraction. And as a category, I'm going to put this one in operations. Now, the categories, just as a reminder, they don't impact the prompting. That's just for help us find those agents within our swarm or army later on. And great, someone can help Naomi out. And Anne needs a sign-up link for Raya. Right. We'll generate the goal statement for the data extraction. And for our backstory, I'll just read a bit of that. So data extraction and table writer. I'm responsible for meticulously extracting, cleaning, transferring data from various sources into well-structured, comprehensive tables. That's exactly what I'm after. They'll go to base instructions. We'll generate those. And I definitely want professional and conscientious from a personality profile on this one as well. One right out. Cool. We'll professional and we'll select compliant or conscientious on the DISC personality profile. And then once completed there, click on create agent. Now, once it's actually created there, you don't have to publish it again. That will be published at that point in time. I think we'll work on that button approach. We've got 2 more to do, so just pop a 2 in the chat when you've built number 2. And if you're running ahead and built 3 and 4, just put the numbers in when you've built those as well. Okay, Lana's there, Terry's there, Marvin's on. Ezio's there. Okay, doing great. Right, let's now go on to the next one. We'll create our next agent, which is our recruitment manager. Recruitment manager. Our recruitment manager image. Right, add the category of human resources. I believe we've got categories should be coming out next week with a custom categories, so you can add your own. So, and then our backstory, generate. So nice not to have to write these big, long, detailed prompts to get maximum results. Just click on generate. And then same for base instructions. You can always edit these prompts, right? And just for those that are new, what's happening here is the AI is writing the prompting for the AI agent. So when it talks to the language model, it's already pre-prompted. It understands who it is and how it's going to communicate. And behavior, I'm going to go for influential on this one, but keep it professional. I'd like the recruitment manager to be a bit of a salesperson at the same time too, because they're not just assessing, but they're actually selling the business and the opportunity. Create the agent. Actually, I wrote and published a book on Amazon a little while ago and about prompt engineering. It's probably a year ago now. And my goodness, it's so much easier with Raya than having to do it the old way. All right, one more agent to go. Chris, this is different from last week. You could use a recruitment manager from last week. Absolutely. Was there a difference? A slight difference from, oh no, we didn't put criteria in. Yeah, so you can use the same one as last week. Absolutely. And then we're going to go one more agent, which is our SMS copywriter. Copy that one, paste it into the name. I might try and find a phone icon. Phone. There we go. And give that the category. I'm going to put that one in marketing, because it's sort of a communications thing. We'll give it a goal statement. That's going to make it, if there's other times when we're using SMS, it's probably marketing. So it's a good spot to find it for the future. You're back in the game, Richard. Excellent. You've got an extension there. Not an army yet, but at least a mini swarm. We often talk about swarms of agents. that will be supporting us in our future. Let's write that backstory. And the base instructions. Now, Richard, I'm thinking you will catch up because you're a bit of a gun there. So we'll see you back on top shortly. When everyone's finished those 3 and 4, once you finish the 4, just pop a 4 in the chat. Give that professional, and I'll give this one influential, although it's a very small amount of text. So, and then create that agent. Then our next step after this will be to start creating the workflow itself. And with the workflows, for those that are new, it's about bringing together. If you think you've got a process map or a flow chart in business, which is helping you to move through a process and each of the steps along the way, well, we do the same thing with the agents, but we'll give each agent a role, a specific agent a role at each one of those steps, or we call them blocks. Stay on, Jason. I think if you've got the instructions there, you'll be able to quickly catch up too. And to do that, you'll just go through it. And first things first will be to create these 4 agents. And there's really nothing more to do except for copy and paste the name of the agent in and have it generate at each step. That's all you'll need to do for those. Now we're going to move over to workflow. Oh, and can someone drop the instructions again for Jason so he doesn't have to scroll through? There we go. There's the link to the instructions. So for here, we're going to now build a new workflow in the workflow builder section. We'll need to give it a name. So let's come back to our instructions. And in the purple, we can copy and paste that purple text, review and assess the CVs. And put that name in. And there's a description for us as well. So whoops, in fact, that description needs updating, but that will do for today. Okay, and then we'll create that one. And, oh wow, Julie's hit her agent limit. Let's help Julie. Naomi needs a little extension to keep her today as well. Another army builder, I love it. All right, now here on our screen, just to get familiar again, this is the flow builder, the workflow builder. And each of these blocks here, whenever you click on a block, it will open up the menu on the right-hand side. There's 3 sections: task, the agent, and tools. So we'll start by looking at the task. And for this first one here, the first block, create an assessment criteria for the position being applied for. The agent will be the job position assessment criteria creator that we made before. And the task is here in purple. Please create an assessment criteria for assessing a bookkeeper's resumes in order to invite to an interview, including a weighting score of the criteria with a total maximum score of 100%. So we'll put that in here. Is there bookkeeper's resumes? I think we could, assessing resumes, let's take that bookkeepers out so that we've got it more generic for future use. Take it out of those instructions as well. And the next thing is the agent. So in this one, it'll be the job position assessment criteria creator. So assign that one. Hi, Anne. Welcome. Nice and new. Yeah, look, it's time for me to refresh a beginner's guide. So I'll get one of those recorded. Oh, hey, team, we'll try and create a beginner's guide today. And get that up onto YouTube today as well. I think it's time for us to do a refresh on that. And then make sure we reach out to Anne as well. And for everyone who's a newcomer, so Jay, if you could take note of that so we can send all newcomers a bit of a starter guide video. Okay, with that one created, there's no tool to add to this section. We'll be getting into lots of tools in the upcoming weeks. I've got a special question around that for you today. Add another block. And we'll go down to the next one, which is the data extraction and ranking. And copy our purple text so that we can copy it in, paste it in. When you select that task, you just navigate back to task area here and paste in your purple text. Extract the data into a table based on the criteria for each candidate. review and rank the applicants from the highest to the lowest total scores. So the agents work together in this order. So it's going to know to refer back to the work of the previous agent, or agents pass their work on to the next agent, so they can then utilize that in the next step. That's part of the genius behind bringing this flow together of the agents. They're all working together as a team. So as the agent, well, the next one is our data extraction and table writer. So we'll assign that agent. And with that in place, let's add the next block. And from our instructions, we'll move on to the next step, which is the thank you email. The recruitment manager is to create a personalized thank you. Thank you for applying. Thank you for applying email for each candidate. So copy and paste that in. Back to task, paste it in. And then the agent is the recruitment manager, either the one that you used last week or you just created one right now. And the next block, as we add it in, is to create an email to invite for interview. We'll copy the purple text. For candidates with an assessment score of over 80%, create a personalized email inviting candidates to an interview that includes a booking link for the interview. Now, from here, we'll select our task area, paste that in, and the agent, and we'll use the recruitment manager. Now, the future of this one, although I don't have it today, is to have a tool at this point in time. If you had something like a Calendly and so forth, we'll need to do that in an upcoming session. We've got, there'll be quite a run on integrations once we get into August. And we have a new section of the site. Jay, I'll get you to double check. Is Canny working from inside the site, or is it only the external link at the moment? We'll be inviting everyone to start putting in their requests for what external software applications that you would like to have integrations with, and we'll help get those tools set up for everyone. The final block here today is creating the SMS. So let's copy the SMS prompt for the task. So we'll go paste in that task and then assign the agent of SMS copywriter. Excel and Word and yeah, so it'd be really interesting to see how we play some of those out. We can certainly extract the data from Excel and Word through the Microsoft Office integration. The we've got the ability to output into different file types now as well. Cool. Okay, so with that in place, let's publish that flow, and then just pop a 1 in the chat when you've got that one published, so I can see where everyone's up to. Chris has got it. Richard's there. Richard's does Google Sheets. Yeah. Ezio, Marvin, Terry, fantastic. Angie, well done. Hello, Angie. Beck, excellent. All right. All right, Flow engineers, let's go test our work. See our workmanship. So over to chat, and we're going to do 2 things now. First thing is we're going to drop all of our resumes that we downloaded into, or not drop, sorry, we're going to insert. We can't drop yet. Drag and drop's coming. So from this PC, go to your downloads area and select those 5 resumes and just open those up. Now, what happens here is these documents are going into the chat. This is like short-term memory, the AI. It's not going to remember this later on in different conversations. It's not going to influence its persona. It's just for this specific conversation. So if you think about it like you're walking up to a team member and say, hey, can we review these 5? And then afterwards, if we don't need them, just shred them for me so we don't leave any personal identifiable information around. That's kind of how it's going to behave. So it's just this initial interaction in this conversation. Now, technically what's happening is those documents are being converted into arrays of numbers and put into a vector database. So it's got all these associations between it, and the AI can work more effectively with that. Okay, with that in place, please, scrolling down, we've got here the prompt here that we'll copy and paste in. Please help me to review and rank 5 bookkeeping job applicants in the uploaded. I've got PDF there, but I use Word documents. So I'm just going to change that to documents for mine. Copy and paste that one in. And when you're ready to go, press send. And we'll let Rhea do its magic. Of course, first of all, doing the analysis. It's having to think about that. And we'll come back with recommending a flow. I think I'm back on 3.5, not on 4.0. So mine seems to be running a bit slow. Yours might be running faster. Now, last week, somebody asked me, where do I change the model? And I didn't answer it in the session. So I'll make sure I do answer that now. Okay, so we've got review and assess CVs. I've got a few versions here because I've been playing around. So you've got yours. I'm hoping this bottom one's the latest. So I'll give that a run. Make sure, I hope I've picked the right one for you. I think I did the same thing last week, didn't I? Where I had a couple of running. All right, I've initiated the workflow and I'd like to acknowledge to start that one and confirm to allow it to execute. And, oh yeah, I picked the wrong one again. Okay, I'm going to run my session again. If you please proceed with yours, I'm going to quickly change the name of my workflow so I don't get confused. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to keep doing it. So. And if you ever do need to change it, you can do what I'm doing. I'm unpublishing it. Setting. Change the name in settings. I'm going to do version 3 for mine. Republish that one. Keep it private. We like to keep your workflows private until such time as you're confident that they're working well. And then from there, it's once they're working well, you can share them with your organization. And I think just this particular workflow turns out it took a fair bit of prompting to just rearranging. It was like rethinking about the task at hand, and I didn't listen to my own advice, which is always have the best in the world, best expert in the world to do each of those tasks for you. And I thought a recruitment manager would be able to handle it all, but it turns out it's not the case. Okay, here we go. All right, version 3 is what we're going to go for. So let's execute that one. Wow, we've got a few people hit their limits. Or Naomi still has maybe a hard refresh, or has Naomi's been. Oh, Richard's got 58 seconds. Great. Allow my workflow. Are you on 4.0, Richard? Or not sure what model you're on? Review my details here. Now here's yes, you are. Fantastic. Here up on the top right-hand side is where the new information is around the statistics on usage costs. Now soon we'll be releasing the ability to just purchase tokens through us as well. That should see that probably by the end of this month. And the really good thing is, so I'm on GPT 3.5 Turbo, but I prefer 4.0. I'm going to switch back. It gives you shows you the running costs though, like super cheap, like less than a 0.2 of a cent to do that first part. So, and here we've got the output and a really sophisticated criteria. I often think about what it would take me to just stop, pause, think about writing this criteria, and then creating the assessment and then assessing against the actual applicants. And it's got some good results there. It's come down to the data extraction. It's got extracting data from the resumes. And the reason why I've done data extraction is to actually make it easier for the agent to consider the next tasks. So it's got those in there, scoring. technical skills. Now, interestingly, 3.5 has not delivered me what I needed. It for yesterday, and it's in early this week, and its testing did. So I'm going to go and switch my model now. So this is the large language models. So if we think here's 3.5, then there's 4, trained on more data, it's more sophisticated, so it gets better results. So I'm going to go and change my model over in the workspace settings here. And under language models. Oh, is Ange on? I need permission to be able to change my model. And she locked me out. Okay, so you're going to get everyone here, if you're the admin of your account, I'm not the admin on my account, can you believe it? In your language models, you'll have an option with your OpenAI connection to actually change your language model itself. Scott, okay, my contact is actually... Okay, no worries. Anthony's got access denied. On which part? Okay. Oh, to see the panel on the right, I'll go back to that one now. If Ange or Jay, can you get Ange in the background to change my model over, please, for Go Team to 4.0? To show on the right hand side, underneath each of the agents, click on View Details, and that's what gives us the expansion to see the options on the right. Oh, thanks, Bobby. I appreciate that feedback. I commit to keep getting better on the templates, right? And soon I'll hand this over to our product manager, Genesis, to do an even better job. If you've got any tips that could make it easier, I'm trying to think of things like color coding to simplify it, but I really appreciate the background. Oh, Jay, does Let's Go mean that 4.0 is ready? I'll go and have a look. Am I on 4.0, Jay? Oh, you mean for the template. Okay, yeah, cool. Well, I do really appreciate that feedback. Hey, now we might run out of time before that 4.0 gets changed over. Let's see. I want to go and show you something really exciting now. And that is how to actually get these agents dockable on your desktop. So let's go back to chat. Forgive me. Let's go to agents. And if you've got an agent, I want you to start thinking about a role-specific agent for each individual in the business. Now, by the way, just by show of a yes or no in the chat, or actually this might be, who here, how many people are there in your organization? Let's do it as a number. How many? I'm now the owner finder. Richard's got 50. Okay. Trevor, 13. Will the output, do we copy and paste the documents or there'll be an agent? Oh, let me show you the output and I'll come back to my question. Thank you for sharing those numbers, 3, 9. With your outputs, you're now able to click to export the content. So you can copy, click to copy, or click to export. And you can change your format, PDF, doc, or text at the moment are the options at the moment. You can imagine soon we'll have things like Excel and more to come, and then eventually additional edit. But you can edit here as well before you take any of that content out. So that's a new feature as well. It's now available. Terry's got 9, Beck 8, Lana 3, Chris 7, Michael 5, Kane 22, Ezio 45. Right. So have you ever had a situation in your working environment where somebody asks you a question and you give them the answer and then they ask you the same question again another day or another week? Anyone had that before? They get the same questions asked again and you end up becoming a bit of a crutch. It's easy for you to be the one that keeps answering that same question again. Just pop a Y in the chat if you've had that experience before. Oh, thanks, Julie. Yeah, there's like every week to 2 weeks there'll be new features coming out. Yeah, and now put a 2 Ys in the chat if you've ever had one of those "oh come on" moments. Surely you can remember this. I don't have to say it again. You put double Y in. Yeah, okay, great. Like 1 an hour. Well, what if we could actually help people to get the answers they need by asking the AI first before needing to go up or go across the organization? And the McKinsey & Co. actually says that 19% of the week is spent on just this scenario. 19%, that's a whole day gets spent on us just asking the same questions internally to try and access information. Now, if you're progressing forward to document your organization and everything that you do, then you're in the really strong path. But even if you haven't, doesn't matter that you haven't started yet. It's about getting started. Now, this is the tactic that we're taking. Well, strategically, we believe that every team member will have their own AI to support them in the role, in everything that they do in their specific role. Now, when a new team member starts, you can give them all the procedures in the world, but they're not necessarily going to read them all. What they end up doing is just asking the questions to their leader. But what if all your procedures and core information could be connected to a role-specific AI that lived on the desktop for the individuals so that they could then just access that at any time? That's the game that we're playing here. And as I say that, would you believe it, my agent has just collapsed on me. That one. Okay, so how do we do this? We're going to go to our agents area, and I've got one in human resources that I set up with some data earlier. Now, the first thing is that we need to connect that particular agent to data. So I've got one for our employee referral program. So if I was in the, we've got gosh, over 1,000 people in our organization. So there's people in very specific roles. And when we ground the agent with knowledge, we do that in this section called knowledge base. And your options there are to either upload documents from your computer, connect it to a wiki like a SourceWiki or OneBrain or OneDrive, Google Drive, yes, coming very, very soon, currently being worked on at the moment. That's great. Then you can select that agent to chat to. The new option here is this one. It says desktop. Get direct access to the agent from a desktop app. And it says dock the AI agent to what we call our heads up display in the Multiply Tech app. So you can now download the Multiply Tech desktop app in beta, okay? Just for everyone's benefit, currently in beta, literally pushed out like late last night, early this morning. So you're the first to access it. One of the wins for coming on to Flow Fridays, you really do get access to everything first. And then once that's there, we're going to, with it installed, what we'll see once you've logged in, you'll see on the left-hand side here, or wherever you decide to dock the Multiply Tech app, you can move it around. It stays nice and sticky. And the reminder and the intention here is to help us to access AI more regularly. Now, you can either just access Raya right here and chat to Raya, but the position-specific one means that it's just for that particular AI. So you can be talking to it, and for team members to start to get used to asking it questions first before going off to ask someone else. Now, why you want to start here and get this docked is not just because this is really super useful, but it's actually about what's coming next. This starts to get really remarkable. I kind of want to give it all away, but I can't give away too much. Having a dockable agent that sits here, just imagine what will be possible in the future with things like voice and vision and support throughout the day, specifically for that role. Ezio, are you on a Mac or a PC? Mac. Okay. Give it a go. Delete it and give it another download. I'm on the same version. Oh, the next thing will be which version of your operating system are you on? Will be our next question for you. But if one of the team can support Ezio there, that'd be great. And if anyone else also needs support, let's make sure we reach out and give them the support. This is a world where in the future, a team member starts work, and imagine we've got all the information they need around their role. Oh, it's the same as me, Sonoma 14.5. Okay. if we don't get you solved right now, Ezio, I'll make sure the team please reach out to give support. It is the beta. We would want to get some feedback on it. Thank you for being such early adopters, and any ideas that you have, you can share with us. Oh, speaking of ideas, we have feature requests and integrations. Now this has just been added in, and I think we're using a third-party tool called Canny, and sure it's not loading, but you're going to see in here. Can we also have the link, the Canny link? I think someone put it in the chat earlier. What you see in here is shortly, when the Canny service is available, the ability to put feature requests in and any bug reports as well. But our third-party suppliers, there it is. There's the link in Canny. I'm going to type it in mine. Is it working on Canny's site? Hey, Jason, yeah, well, I will shoot a video later today as a newcomer, and that will help you out. I'll give you the full overview so you can get a better understanding. So in the Canny app, which will also be in Raya as well, we'll see the boards. So if there's any in the homepage area here, you can, feature request 8, bug report 7. You will need to sign up separately for this. It won't be directly your Multiply Tech logins that you use. It'll be a separate login because it's an external party source. Feature requests, bug reports. We're also going to put in there tools and API requests as well, so that will the newcomer video be on the Business Blueprint platform? I'll put that request into Dale. I'm sure he'll add it, because the original session that we did was quite long, but I want to do a really nice tight one to make it easier for you. So just as a reminder, team, this is a great spot for you to give any feedback as well. And then we can start to do things like vote on these items as well, which is going to be really great for prioritizing what's important for everyone. Now, coming up next, so we're gonna finish up the next 90 seconds. Coming up next, for those that have registered or would like to register and come along, the Go Team and Multiply Tech AI Strategic Roadmap session. What I'll also be sharing at the end of that too is we've got a program, Chief AI Officer program coming up. It'll be 90 days or 13 weeks, and each week we'll actually be implementing a new AI system within our businesses. We'll go through marketing and sales and customer service and product service delivery, all the way through to where we'll even be implementing voice with phone calls, whether that's for customer service or sales as well. It's actually, it's a boot camp. And it'll be limited, but there'll be more information around that in the next session. We'll also be running that strategic roadmap session each Friday for the next 3 weeks afterwards as well. So if you can't make this one, make sure you please do yourself a favor and come along to next Fridays. All right, hey, thanks everyone. Thanks. Enjoy your energy. I enjoy these Flow Fridays with you. I hope you're getting lots out of it too. Very grateful to see you all showing up each time and showing up in the session and actually doing the work, right? Because we're building up our flow engineering muscles every week when we get together. So thanks team, thanks everyone. Looking forward to seeing you next Friday. Bye for now.